Welcome to my Civic Education class. With me today, I've come with another topic in Civic Education, and this is human rights. So we are going to see how we can answer questions under human rights. And for that matter, we are talking about examination questions. Okay. Okay, so I've come with this question, which is written. Number one, throughout history of mankind, one can see through rules and laws that elements of human rights were acknowledged. Okay. For example, in the Christian Bible, the saying, do unto others as you would want them do unto you, summarizes rights and responsibility. Okay. Simple means the human rights is acknowledged, referring to the saying or the quote from the Bible. Okay, so now under this statement we have the following questions. A, mention into historic human rights documents which were not universal in nature. Okay, the historic human rights documents which were not universal in nature. So there we have the answer. The one which they are talking about here is Magna Charta of 1215. Magna Charta of 1215. Then the other one is English Bill of Rights 1689. So those are the historical human rights documents that were not universal in nature. One of them is Magna Carta of 1215. The other one is English Bill of Rights 1689. Then French Declaration of Man and Citizen of 1789. Then the other one is U.S. Constitution of Bill of Rights and Charter of Monday of 1222. So the following are the historic human rights or the historic rights documents, human rights documents which were not universal in nature, those that I've mentioned. So once you answer like this, it means you've hammered that particular question. Then we go to question number 2. Identify the human rights characteristics. Okay. Shown example below or explained below. So we are talking about this that has been explained below. So identify the human rights characteristics explained below. So one, we have existing as a nature and permanent of human beings, or permanent part of human beings, existing as a nature and permanent part of human beings. So answer there is inherent. That's what it means. So we have identified. So this one is inherent, existing as a natural and permanent part of human beings. That is inherent. Then 2, they cannot be taken away or given away. That is now inalienable. Okay, thing that cannot be taken away and given out. That is human rights. We are talking about human rights. So for that case, we can call human rights as inalienable because human rights cannot be taken away or given out. Okay. Then 3, they cannot be divided or subtracted. That is now indivisible. Human rights are also referred to that because human rights cannot be divided or subtracted. Therefore, human rights are indivisible. That is the answer. Okay. Then we go to question number C. Why are civil and political rights termed as the first generation rights? Why are they termed civil rights and political rights? Why are they termed to be the first generation rights? The answer is very simple. Because they were first to be recognized as rights of individuals. So civil rights and political rights were the first rights to be recognized as the rights of individuals. Okay. Then D, which human rights is described as supreme right and forms the basis for other rights. The one which is supreme. So when they say supreme, that means the highest right. Above all the rights, which one is considered to be the highest or to be the most important rights to the human race? So this is right to life. Okay. Right to life forms even the basis for these other rights. So that is the answer. So this is the best way we can answer questions under human rights. So I'm encouraging you to master this, to understand them very well, so that you never know. This is just a past paper examination question. It might come during your time. Okay, so it's very important that you go through, you revise, and understand like what I've explained to you. Thank you so very much for your attention.